Today's style is a chignon with some lace braids, and this is what it looks like. I do apologise for the amount of sheen and brightness on my face. It is quite late in the day, so I am trying to get as much light as I can, and I have tried to depale myself as much as possible, but it hasn't worked. Alright then. Okay, so you will need some hairbands. I actually prefer the small ones for this, but you need an extra one for some sectioning. A deconstructed bun form. This is the same one I used in my no backcombing poof video. And you will need quite a lot of bobby pins. I'm not a big fan of styles that use lots of bobby pins, but this one is so pretty that I am willing to take the effort of taking them all out again. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to try and stop spinning. Really, I'm going to try and stop spinning. I'm going to adjust. That's a bit better. What we're going to do first is section our hair. So there's going to be some little plaits, and they're going to be from this part of our hair and around the back. They're going to include a good chunk of the back hair. So you take a relatively small amount from the front, about 1 inch or so, and then come back almost straight across. The more hair you put in this section, the more you'll have to go over into the plaits, and the smoother the end look will be. So take this bit out the way. We're going to look very silly in just a second. If you tuck it behind your ears before you tie it under your chin, keeps out your face. Now, what we're going to do with the remaining hair is put it in 2 ponytails as low as it will go to the parting. So we're putting 2 ponytails very close together on the parting. We're using 2 ponytails because it spreads the weight better of the hair, and it also gives us more to pin into when we've got this, because it's quite long. If you've only got a ponytail in the middle, you can only reliably secure it there, whereas 2 ponytails can be secured here. Okay, so I will turn around on my spinny jet and do that. Try and make sure the ponytails are fairly even, because that will make the roll more even when we do it. And what we're going to do now is roll up the hair that we've just put in those ponytails around this. I'm going to roll under, because what I want to do is pin it so that it comes underneath these 2 ponytails. Otherwise it's going to be very, very high up on my head, and that's not going to be ideal. Now I've rolled it all up in the middle, and now I'm going to spread it out, because that makes for a slightly neater, even finish. So like this, and then pin. I'm pulling it down a little bit, and I'm trying to pin, to start with, under the roll and through the main bun form. And then just pin this until it is neat and secure, and I will be back when I've done that. Okay, so I have pinned my form at the back like this, and I have separated my hair into 2 sections. I am now going to plait each of these sections in a lace braid, going back to here and then straight back across the top of the bun form. At this point, switch hands. I'm just securing the end with a small clear elastic. Strictly speaking, you don't need to secure this end at all, I just prefer to. At this point you want to check the placement of the lace strands at the back and make sure that they are nice and neat. I like that. I'm going to pin it there. And you will notice that you now can no longer see the ponytail on that side. So, and then I just do the other one to match. This bit I'm actually doing quite loosely to try and make sure that the bits go over the top of the bun form and don't just get pushed to the side and underneath. Okay, so both of my plaits are secured. And this needs a little bit of adjusting. As a general rule, the more fiddling you do, as I've done, the more difficulty you will have making the whole thing look neat, because you'll start to get little bits and pieces that are just escaping. Now what I'm going to do now is create some little loops with these and pin those on. pin until you are satisfied. Pin until you are satisfied with the shape that you want. You can get long loops and leave them down if you have very long hair or you have less loops, or you can do what I've done and bunch them all together into a kind of flower shape. You can also add more pretend flowers into your hair. Now is also the time to make sure that you do not have any pins stuck into your head. This hairstyle shouldn't go anywhere if you've secured it well. But if you have pins that are sticking into your head, you won't last very long with the hairstyle. You will just end up with a headache. So it's worth making sure that you are comfortable. Okay, so here it is. And I hope that this style is good for you and that you have enjoyed today's video. Happy styling!